If you would love to eat healthier or save money by eating more meals at home, but you don't think you have the time or the skills to do so, then this video is for you. Today, I will be sharing some of my favorite tips and tricks that help me to get whole food meals on the table in no time. And I will also give you my top suggestions for healthy store-bought alternatives if you truly don't have the time to cook from scratch. One of my biggest tips is to cook your proteins in big batches. Now, for me as a homesteader, this often involves canning my meats and beans so that all I have to do to put a meal on the table is open some jars and warm up the food. If canning is something you would like to learn more about, I will post the links to my canning chicken and my canning beans videos down below. For those of you who are looking for an easier method, you can always just cook big batches of meat and or beans and freeze them in individual portions. You can either use meal prep containers that are freezer safe, and I can link mine below. You could vacuum seal the extra to stick in the freezer, or if you don't have the equipment for those options, you can literally just put your food in a Ziploc bag and stash it in the freezer until you need it. As I said, I do like to can a lot of my meats and beans. The added benefit to canning the meat is that there will be broth in the can that you can quickly turn into a delicious sauce or gravy to top your meat with. Now let me know in the comments if you would like to see my super easy gravy recipe in a future video. If you don't want to cook your own meat, there are some healthy options available at your local grocery stores. Most canned meat has preservatives and fillers added, but the Keystone brand of canned chicken and beef, which can be found at Walmart, is a lot cleaner. It only has 2 ingredients, meat and sea salt. So I would definitely recommend that brand if you're looking for store-bought canned meat. Same thing with the canned beans. If you buy the Great Value organic beans from Walmart or the Simply Nature organic beans from Aldi, they don't add anything other than water and sea salt to those products. A really quick dinner that I like to throw together using my canned chicken and beans is to throw them both on top of some buttered rice and top it with shredded cheese. You can also add taco sauce, salsa, sour cream, avocado, or whatever else you want to top it with. I almost always have cooked rice in my fridge, but if you don't want to cook your own rice on the stove, there are a couple of brands that are microwavable and only have 2 ingredients, water and rice. There are 2 brands that I know of that have only 2 ingredients. One of them is called Better Goods, and that is carried at Walmart, and they have organic jasmine rice that's found in the freezer section. Also found in the freezer section at Walmart is a brand called Innovation, and they have sticky white rice, which again only has water and rice in the ingredients. When I have leftovers that we're not going to be able to finish before they go bad, I like to use the vacuum sealing method to preserve them for the freezer. I did a video explaining that in more detail, which I will link down below for you as well. But I always freeze our leftover Thanksgiving turkey in vacuum sealed bags to be pulled out on a busy night later in the year. The vacuum seal bags that I use are safe to submerge in hot water to thaw your food more quickly. So I'll link those bags below. I would not recommend buying generic bags. I have tried them before and they did not seal. I ended up having to throw them away. In an effort to help out my future self, today I decided to cook up a whole bunch of ground meat, and I did 4 pounds of pork and 4 pounds of beef on the stove. And now I have 6 containers of fully cooked meat in the freezer that I will be able to pull out and quickly heat up in the microwave on a busy school night without making a bunch of dishes. One time-saving trick that I have for cooking from scratch is to let things cook in the background while you do something else. So for instance, I took this meat straight out of the freezer. I placed it in my stainless steel Cuisinart pans, which I love, by the way. I will link those for you too. And then I turned the heat on the stove to low, and our family room is right next to the kitchen. So I set a timer for an hour just so I wouldn't forget about it. And I sat down and watched a TV show with my kids while the meat slow cooked itself. So that's a great tip I have for you, is just do it the easy way. You know, I could have sat there and defrosted it in the sink and then sat there and stirred it up while it was cooking the whole time. But I chose to just stick it in the pan frozen, put it on low, put a lid on it, and walk away for an hour. Come back, break it up a little bit once it's thawed, let it finish cooking, put the lid back on, and then come back when it's done. So that's a real game changer for me, is just being able to let things cook themselves, and then it doesn't seem like such an overwhelming task. I also cooked up 3 packages of bacon in the oven and separated it into single servings in Ziploc bags in the freezer. I love bacon, but there have been so many times when I was craving bacon, but I was just feeling too lazy to defrost it and cook it. So having it pre-cooked, I can just microwave it for 30 seconds to heat it up, and that is such a game changer. Another thing that I do to save time and make life easier is to freeze sauces and juice in ice cube trays for later use. So in my last video, I showed you how I froze my roasted red pepper sauce. I also like to freeze lemon juice and lime juice to add to my electrolyte drinks. I use the unflavored element packets and mix in my own fruit flavors. Now, this video is not sponsored by Element, but I will leave a referral link in the description box if you're interested in checking it out. I discussed this product in more length in last week's video, so I'll just link that video for you down below if you want more information, or you can just follow my link below to Element's website. But I do like that brand of electrolyte because there's no sugar, there's no artificial anything in it. And so I just get the unflavored one and mix up my own flavors. So if you want to save even more time, you can buy this organic lemon juice or organic lime juice from Azure Standard. So you don't have to slice and squeeze a bunch of fruit to get the juice, and you won't have to wash a knife and a cutting board afterward. Now, I love Azure Standard, and again, not sponsored, but I will leave a link below if you're interested in checking them out. They sell all kinds of organic products at great prices, and you can save even more money by choosing to purchase bulk quantities, though they do sell smaller quantities as well. Now, by the way, the ice cube trays that I'm using to freeze this lemon juice are my favorite ice cube trays ever. They have lids so you can stack them easily in the freezer and you don't have to worry about spills. The trays are made of plastic, so they stay rigid, but the bottom of each cube is made of silicone, which makes it super easy to pop out the ice cubes after they freeze, especially if you're just popping out one cube at a time and you don't want to pop out the whole tray. It's really easy to just get the exact cubes that you're trying to pop out. I highly recommend these ice cube trays. To make my electrolyte drinks, I add 2 lemon or lime juice cubes, a little bit of frozen fruit, an element packet, and 1 small scoop of pure stevia. Now today I'm making blueberry lemonade, which is one of my favorite flavors. Now, one of my biggest tips that I have for eating healthy and cooking more at home is to always have a substantial and satisfying snack ready to go. This could be any combination of fruit, nuts, cheese, etc., or you could prep a healthy snack like this one. These banana pecan oatmeal bars are packed with protein and the ability to satisfy your hunger until your next meal is ready. Sometimes I even eat these as my breakfast. If you don't like the banana pecan flavor combo, you can easily substitute other ingredients. You could use cherries, blueberries, strawberries, walnuts, cashews, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, apple cinnamon. The flavor combinations are endless. You can make any flavor you want. I like banana pecan. Here's why you need healthy snacks around. It's 5 p.m., you and your family are hungry. You don't have any meat defrosted, and you haven't started prepping dinner. You think to yourself, I'm too hungry to start cooking now, let's just grab takeout. Not only does that choice negatively affect your health, but it also negatively affects your budget. When you have healthy snacks like these oatmeal bars around, you and your family can grab 1 or 2 of these to stave off your hunger while you make dinner. Now you don't have to order takeout, so you save health and your money. I'll post this recipe down in the description box for you if it fits. There is a character limit down there, so I don't know if it'll fit. If it doesn't, I will post a link to my website so that you can view it and print it out from there. Now, I used 3 cups of oats when I made these, but if you're looking for more of a lighter, cakier texture instead of like the oatmeal texture, you can replace 1 cup of the oats with 1 cup of all-purpose flour. That'll give you a lighter texture. These oatmeal bars have saved me so many times when I've been on the go and I needed something substantial to eat while I was out. I definitely recommend trying them out. Now, this is certainly not an exhaustive list of everything that you can prep at home to save time and money. I will get into more things in future videos, but I don't want to overwhelm you all at once. But I do hope that you have been able to take away something from this video that will help you to reach your goals for this year. The most important thing to focus on is progress, not perfection. If you try to change every aspect of your lifestyle or your dining and cooking habits all at once, you are likely to overwhelm yourself to the point of giving up. It's too much, too fast. But if you change one thing at a time, you will be able to make steady and gradual progress, which is much more sustainable in the long run. I'd like to challenge you to try one new thing that you've seen in today's video and let me know in the comments how it worked out. I would love to hear from you and to get some feedback on which ideas are the most helpful to you. That will help me to keep creating content that is valuable to you guys, and that is my goal. I have a strong passion for helping people, so please let me know in the comments how I can do that. I really appreciate you all watching my videos and supporting my channel. It would help me out so much if you would like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. It's completely free, but it makes a huge impact for my family and me. So take care, guys, and I will see you in my next video. God bless.